Hello students, today our new organic topic, that is starting chapter, that is basics in organic chemistry. Basics in organic chemistry. In this mainly we need to study about 9 major topics. That are one very basic topic is tetravalency of carbon, next hybridization in organic compounds, and general classification and classification of organic compounds on the basis of functional groups. Next one, IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. Next one, reaction mechanism and stereochemistry and qualitative and quantitative analysis of organic compound. Next, separation techniques of separation techniques for organic compounds. Now see here, these are very important and very huge topics, big topics. It will take much time. Okay, now I am entering into the chapter, so let's start now. See, mainly organic chemistry deals with the properties of carbon and its compounds. So organic compounds mainly deals with properties of carbon and its compounds. The source of carbon the source of carbon is mainly from hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons means carbon and hydrogens are present. Compounds containing carbon and hydrogen. And another source of carbon is hydrocarbon derivatives. Means carbon, hydrogen and other heteroatoms. Now other source is biomolecules. One is carbohydrates containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Next one, amino acids. They contains carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. So this is very basic concept. Now the topic is tetravalency of carbon. See, carbon atomic number is 6. And its ground state electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. It is valence shell, and when you write clear cut electronic configuration of carbon, outermost electronic configuration of carbon, s orbital has 2 electrons and p orbital has 2 electrons. Now see here, when we give some amount of energy to the valence shell electronic configuration, then s electron jumps into p orbital, then that is called excited state electronic configuration. That is inertial 1s2 as it is same to same, 2s2 becomes 2s1, 2p2 becomes 2p3. Now when you write clear cut electronic configuration, s orbital and 3 p orbitals are having 4 unpaired electrons. 4 unpaired electrons are present. These unpaired electrons participate in bonding. Now Participate in bonding means what? Carbon can able to form 4 bonds. That 4 bonds may be all sigma bonds or some pi bonds also possible. Some pi bonds also possible. 4 unpaired electrons can able to form 4 bonds with other atoms. Here 4 sigma bonds. Next, carbon can able to form 4 bonds in that may chance to present pi bonds also. 3 sigma and 1 pi bond. Next one, carbon can form 2 pi bonds around it. That means 2 sigma and 2 pi bonds. 2 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds. This is called triple bond, and this is called double bond. So once again I am repeating, tetravalency of carbon means what? Carbon exhibit 4 valency. According to its excited state electrons in outermost shell, 4 unpaired electrons are present. By utilizing that 4 unpaired electrons, carbon able to form 4 bonds. Carbon able to form 4 bonds with other atoms. That may be all single bonds or maybe pi bonds also. So this is the simple concept about tetravalency of carbon. So you should remind that carbon can able to form how many bonds? Maximum 4 bonds. Okay. Now types of, now next category, types of carbon and hydrogen atoms in organic compounds. See, if you take any organic compound, what type of carbons and what type of hydrogen atoms are present? Now it is our discussion. See, I am telling that 4 types of carbons may possible. 4 types of carbon atoms may possible. That are: number 1, primary carbon. Number 2, secondary carbon. Number 3, tertiary carbon. And next, number 4, quaternary carbon. Now 3 types of hydrogens only present. 3 types of hydrogen atoms are present in any organic compounds. So that are that are primary hydrogen and secondary hydrogen, next third one, tertiary hydrogen. So here quaternary hydrogen is not possible. So I am going to detailed discussion. So 4 types of carbon atoms may possible in organic compounds, that are primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. 3 types of hydrogens may possible, that are primary hydrogen, secondary hydrogen and tertiary hydrogen. Now what is primary carbon and secondary, tertiary, quaternary? Look here, very simple thing. Primary carbon and primary hydrogen. Primary carbon and primary hydrogen, I am defining that. See, primary carbon means carbon which is directly attached to the other one carbon. In the structure. So carbon which is directly attached to other one carbon in the structure, that is called primary carbon. Now primary hydrogen means what? Hydrogen which is directly attached to which is directly attached to primary carbon, which is directly attached to primary carbon. Now next to secondary carbon and secondary hydrogen. What is secondary carbon and secondary hydrogen? Carbon which is directly attached to two other carbons. In the structure. Now secondary hydrogen means what? It is directly attached to secondary carbon. Next, tertiary carbon and tertiary hydrogen. So tertiary carbon means carbon is directly attached to three other carbons in the structure. Now tertiary hydrogen means hydrogen which is directly attached to tertiary carbon atom. Now last discussion is quaternary carbon. See, quaternary carbon means carbon which is directly attached to four other carbon atoms. Directly attached to four other carbons in the structure. Now examples I am taking. We practice 5 to 6 examples, then you can understand easily. See here, CH3 I taken. So this has how many primary carbons? This compound has what type of carbons and hydrogen atoms? Now look here, if I consider first carbon, this carbon is directly attached to one carbon. That's why this carbon is called primary carbon. And this carbon also is directly attached to one carbon. So that also, this is also primary carbon. Now two primary carbons are there and 6 primary hydrogens are present. Why 6 primary hydrogens? I already told you primary hydrogen is nothing but which is attached to primary carbon. Now one more example I am taking, look here. One big example I am taking, CH3, CH and CH3, CH2 and CH3. This is one compound I taken. See here, everywhere carbon should follow 4 valency. Carbon should follow its tetravalency. Now look here, we are finding what type of carbons and hydrogens are present. So this is primary carbon. Why? This carbon is directly attached to the one carbon. This is tertiary carbon. Why? This carbon directly attached to 3 carbons. Now this is secondary carbon, 2 carbons attached to it directly. Then this is primary. So now tell me, this is also primary. So total 3 primary carbons. And how many primary carbons are there? Primary hydrogen means which is attached to primary carbon. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 primary hydrogens are present. So how many secondary carbons are there? Only secondary carbon is one secondary carbon is present, and secondary hydrogens are 2 secondary hydrogens are present. Now tertiary hydrogen is one tertiary carbon is present and one tertiary hydrogen is present. This is the way to find types of carbon atoms. Now I am stopping to find types of carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms in the compound. So now next I am going to third topic, hybridization and structure of organic compounds. So now next our important topic, hybridization. Hybridization and structure of organic compounds. Structure of organic compounds. So here I don't want to give detailed explanation about hybridization. Why? Because we will discuss in chemical bonding. Now to identify carbon undergoes which type of hybridization in organic compounds, I will give some tricks. Now see here, hybridization calculation is very simple. Hybridization is nothing but number of sigma bonds plus number of lone pairs. So this is the formula to find type of hybridization. Now see here, number of pi bonds do not count in the calculation of hybridization. So very important, number of pi bonds do not calculate in the calculation of hybridization. Now see here, now one simple table type I will discuss now. Number of sigma bonds where around the carbon. Next, number of lone pairs around the carbon. Next, type of hybridization and its structure. So look students, for suppose carbon maximum valency how much? 4 bonds are there around the carbon only. So that's why I'm starting with 4. If around the carbon 4 sigma bonds are present, then the lone pairs are 0, then it is called sp3. sp3 means what? Tetrahedral geometry. If number of bonds, sigma bonds around the carbon is 3, then 0 lone pairs, then this is also called sp3, but trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal planar it is. Trigonal planar. Next, number of sigma bonds 2, lone pairs 0, then it is sp2, then it is sp, then it is called V shape. Or number of sigma bonds 2, 0 lone pair, then it is sp, also called linear shape. I am very sorry, wrong information I am giving. Once again I am telling you, I am very sorry for this. So around the carbon 3 sigma bonds, see like this, carbon 4 sigma bonds, sp3 tetrahedral. Around the carbon 3 sigma bonds, then sp2 trigonal planar. But sigma bonds 3, carbon valency how much? 4, but 3 bonds completed, 1 bond must and should pi bond. So this is called trigonal planar. I already told you in the calculation of hybridization, no need to count number of pi bonds. Next, around the carbon 2 sigma bonds are present. These are the 2 sigma bonds, but carbon valency is 4, remaining 2 bonds are pi bonds. Like this, or one sigma bond and one sigma bond, 2 pi bonds, like this. So this is the mode of representation. Two sigma bonds around the carbon atom. Lone pairs are 0, then it is called sp hybridization and linear shape. Now we will do some examples. Question is calculate number of sigma and pi bonds. Number of sigma and pi bonds and hybridization. Number of sigma pi bonds and hybridization. Very simple thing. Some examples I am writing here. CH3 and CH3. Now tell me how many sigma bonds are there. Carbon carbon sigma bond and carbon hydrogen sigma bond. Carbon carbon sigma bonds how many? 1. Carbon hydrogen sigma bonds how many? 3 plus 3 6. Total 7 sigma bonds. Now look carefully. What type of hybridization? I already simple table I given. If around the carbon 4 sigma bonds are present, then what? sp3 hybridization. Around this carbon 4 sigma bonds are present, that's why it is sp3 carbon. Now around this carbon also 4 sigma bonds are present, that's why it is also sp3. One more example I am taking. Second example, big example I am taking, that CH3 CH double bond CH2 and C triple bond C and CH3 I taken. Look carefully students, what type of hybridization is present. I am telling that this is sp3 carbon. Why sp3 carbon? Around the carbon 4 bonds are sigma bonds. And next this carbon, I am telling that this carbon is sp2. Why sp2? I already told that if around the carbon only 3 sigma bonds are present, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, so CH bond is third one, that's why it is sp2 hybridization. Next this carbon, this is also sp2. Around the carbon 3 sigma bonds, no number of pi bonds. Next this is sp3. Why? Around this carbon 4 sigma bonds are present, this is sp carbon. Why? Around the carbon only 2 sigma bonds are present. Next it is sp3. So I hope you got the point students. One more big example I am taking and I will stop it. Now look here, CH3 and CH double bond CH3 CH2 C triple bond C CH3 and C CH2 CH3 and next CH2 and C triple bond CH. I taken this one of the example. So type of hybridization of carbons we need to find. So for this I did not find number of sigma bonds and pi bonds. You can find very simple. Number of pi bonds how many? 1 2 3. Only 3 pi bonds are there, remaining all are sigma bonds. You can find, it is your work. Now come to third example. Around the carbon 4 sigma bonds are present, sp3. Around the carbon 3 sigma bonds are present, sp2. This is also sp2, this is also sp3, this is sp3, this is also, here CH is there, carbon tetravalency, that's why sp3, it is also sp3, it is sp, and it is also sp, and it is sp3, and it is sp3. This is sp, and this is also sp. I hope you got, student. Now next topic, number of hybrid orbitals. Next topic is number of hybrid and unhybrid orbitals. Unhybrid orbitals. This is our next topic, important topic. We will discuss in next class. Thank you.